बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की, गीता माता की। Devotees, let's all clasp hands together, close our eyes and bow our heads. As we meditate on the Supreme Lord, on the Spiritual Master, seeking their guidance, their blessings and protection. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Cheto Darpanamarjana Bhavamaha Davavinirvapanam Shreyah Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Namah Kamalana Bhaya Namah Kamal Maline Namah Kamal Pada Namaste Kamalekshane Yo Brahmanam Virdhati Purvam Yo Vedanashta Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvam Hadevamatma Buddhi Prakasha Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Devotees, we do Gita Dhyana. Let's meditate on Shri Krishna. Om Parthaya Pratibodhita Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshini Bhagavati Mashtadhashadhyayini Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavat Gite Bhavatveshi. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarvindayat Patnaneta Tena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa Prapanna Parijataya Tota Vetraikapane Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gitamrita Duhe Namaha. Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandana Parth पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धम गीतामृतम महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोण तथा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्रावती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधना वर्तिनी सोक्तेना खलु पाण्डवैरननदे कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनपद षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलं प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं गयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुतमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की, सियावर रामचंद्र की, राधा रानी की जय, गीता माता की जय। आदरणीय पूजनीय पंडित जी, प्रिय सज्जनों, भक्त समुदाय, महान भाव, most worshipful Pandit ji, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you. As customary, we'll chant the divine name of the Lord for a few minutes, and then we will listen to the continuation of discourses on Bhagavad Gita. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद Everyone clap loudly, sing loudly. जोर से बोलिए प्यार से जोर से ओ राधे राधे गोविंद राधे राधे बोले again this evening. First, we come in to you from the home of Kenny Dularchan and family, all the way Bansi Trace, Pinal Rock Road, Pinal. I want to thank Kenny Dularchan and his family for having us, inviting us this evening, to every one of us to benefit in the holy satsang. On Tuesday, December 14th, we celebrated Gita Jayanti. The appearance divine, the divine, most divine scripture, Gita, from the mouth of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So Gita is Shri Krishna personified himself. It's not a worldly thing, it's divine. Shruti ki Rani hai, the queen of the Vedas, because it contains all the philosophy of the Vedas condensed in just 700 shlok. So for a short visit, commemorating Gita Jayanti, the short visit in Trinidad, I've been basing all my discourses on Gita. Tonight again, discourse tonight will be based on Gita. There are many diseases of the mind. मानस रोग बहुत प्रकार की है. मानस रोग. In the सप्त प्रश्न एक बहुत प्रसिद्ध कथा है रामायण में, सप्त प्रश्न. There's a very famous katha in Tulsikrit Ramayana called Sapta Prash, 7 questions. Kagbhasundji is being questioned by Guruji Maharaj. 7 very important questions. One of the questions was about diseases of the mind, Manas Rog. Kagbhasundji outlined many of them. काम बात का लोभ अपार, क्रोध पीत छाती जार, जय राम श्री राम, प्रीति करही ज्योति भाई, उपजई सत्य पात दुखदाई, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम. Many diseases. Here 3 big ones have been mentioned. Teen Bhai. Tulsidas calls them 3 brothers. Teen Bhai. Kaam, Krodh, Lobh. desire, lust, greed, anger. There are many diseases of the mind. And everyone has all of them. All of them. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram.
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram.
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
मानस रोग कछुक मैं गाए है सबके लगी फिर नहीं पाए। बोलो
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
मानस रोग कछुक मैं गाए। काग सुंदर जी say to Garuda Ji Maharaj, hey Garuda, there are many diseases of the mind: greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, selfishness, delusion, many. I've only told you a few, he said. और है सबके. Everyone has all of them. All है सबके. But lucky biral and he paye. It's extremely difficult for one to see how bad the mind is. We can see how bad everyone else is. But to see how bad we are, very difficult. What prevents us from seeing how bad we are? Something called ego, ahankar, abhiman. The more ego we have, the more we think, I am good. People boast, I am a good man, I'm a good lady. So you're a saint? Mahapurush? No, I'm not. I'm a worldly person, then you know good. It's very difficult to see. So many diseases. But in Gita, in all the scriptures, but in Gita, it tells us the most dangerous one is kamana. Most dangerous one, kamana, desires. Shri Krishna says, Prajahat yada kaman sarvan pathamanogatan atmanyevatmanah tushtha sita pragyasta dochyate. Chapter 2, verse 55, Gita. If one were to give up all desires, Prajahat yada kaman sarvan, give up all desires. Then one attains true peace, true happiness. Vihaya kaman yasarvan puman sharati nispriyaha nirmamo nirahankara sashanti madhigachyati. Chapter 2, verse 71, Gita. Again, Vihaya kaman. Give up all desires. Renounce all desires. And you will attain true peace. Sashanti madhigachyati. True peace, true happiness. In other words, if one were to give up all desires, he will no longer have to do anything. No gyan, no bhakti, no nothing. He would obtain everything. Sab kuch mil gaya. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Nrsimha Bhagwan, half man, half lion, destroyed Hiranyakashipu, the great Rakshas. Then he put Prahlad to sit on his lap. kaha ki he beta baram bruhi. My child, ask for your boon. Prahlad said, my Lord, I don't want anything. I have attained you. And besides, I am your servant, my das. If a das were to ask a master for something, then he is no longer das. That servant that asks the master for anything, he is not a servant. And the master that asks his servant for anything, he is not a master. I am your servant, my das. Anyhow, Bhagavan said, look, this is good, all his philosophy, but jnani hai. Chota, very small, but so knowledgeable. Because Guru is Naraji. Bhagavan said, look, whenever I meet anyone, it's my nature to tell them to ask for a boon. But, so I'm telling you to ask also. Prahlad said, okay. Das ka dharma hai, agya pal. Duty of the servant is to follow the instruction of the master, not to apply the intellect, the mind. So Prahlad said, my Lord, if you insist that I should ask for a boon, then listen. Yadi Ramesha me kaman varanstam vardarshabha kamanam vriddha sanduham bhavatastu vrinevaram. 7th Canto, 10th chapter, 7th verse, Bhagavad Mahapurana. My Lord, he said, you insist now telling me to ask for a boon, then give me the boon that my desire to ever ask you for anything, let it be destroyed forever. In other words, let me never ask you for anything. It's the best thing. Today we ask for this and tomorrow that, and we keep. Mostly people who pray to God, they keep asking for something. A true servant never asks. Everything Bhagwan has belongs to you anyhow. He alone knows what's good for us. We don't know. We'll ask for the wrong thing. Hiranyakashipu did tapasya, standing on one toe, with hands upraised for thousands of years, no water, no food, nothing. His tapasya was so powerful, the entire tree world started to burn, blaze with the heat of his tapasya. Brahma came, sprinkled water on him from his kamandalu. He became young and handsome again. And said, ask for a boon. Hiranyakashipu used all his brains to prevent dying. Nantarbahi divanakta manesmadapi chayudhai na bhumau namare mrityu na nairai na mrigairapi. Give me the boon that I should die neither inside, neither indoors, nor outdoors. Neither on the earth, nor in the sky. Neither in the day, nor in the night. Neither by man, nor animal, nor any the devata, nor by any weapon created. Yet he met his end. So we don't know what to ask for. We're going to ask for the wrong thing. Just surrender to Bhagwan. Bhagwan says to Prahlad, Prahlad, why you ask for that boon that you should never have a desire for anything? Prahlad said, my Lord, you don't know? I know the answer. But your answer will help worldly people. संसारी लोग का बहुत सहायता करेंगे. So Prahlad answered, Indriyani manah prana atma dharmo dhritirmati Shri Tejasmita satyam Yasha Nashyanti Janmana. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7 Canto, 8 chapter, 7 Canto, 10 chapter, 8 verse. The birth of a single desire causes harm to so many things. The energy of the senses, the energy of the mind, the energy of the life force, the energy of the soul. These are the 4 main pillars. Other things get harmed also. Dharma, righteousness, patience, reasoning, modesty, self-esteem, and even knowledge of the scriptures. Knowledge of the scriptures, I have read Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavad, Ved. That's book knowledge. Book knowledge is no knowledge. Practical knowledge gets destroyed. Desire makes a person a beggar, bhikari. Desire for wealth makes him bow to the wishes of a rich man. Desire for lustful desire makes him bow to the wishes of a woman or man. And desires are only 5 in number. 5 prakar kamanai. Shabd, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabd, desire to hear. Bhagavat, to hear Bhagavat Katha, Gram Katha. No. To hear gossip. To some of us, that's so sweet. Oh, Bhagwan, to hear about philosophy is very boring. Shabd, Sparsh, desire to touch the Murti of Bhagwan, to touch the saint, no, touch the world. Roop, desire to see, to look at the Murti of Bhagwan, etc. No, all kind of things in the world. Well, Ras, desire to taste, Prasad, no. Gandh, desire to smell. So we have 5 sense organs. So we only have 5 desires. We cannot have a 6th desire. These desires are very powerful. A person of uncontrolled senses cannot control the desire for carnal desires, and so he falls into the darkest hell. Kuranga matanga patanga bhringa Meenahata pancha vireva pancha Eka pramadhi sakatham nahanyate Yah sevate pancha vireva pancha. Sukti. The moth, you know moth? It is attracted to light. The moth's desire for light causes it to fall into the flame, burn. The deer's desire for sound. The hunter blows a whistle, the deer gets attracted. The deer's desire for sound causes its death. The bee succumbs to the desire for sweet smell. It goes into the lotus closes and the bee dies. The fish's desire for taste gets caught in the hook, and the elephant meets his end owing to the desire for the she-elephant. This poor innocent creature meet their end trying to satisfy the desire related to one sense organ. What then shall be the deplorable state of a person, a human being, who is ravaged and tormented by all the 5 sensual desires? Bhagwan Krishna says to Uddhav Gita, Bhagavad Mahapuran. The 3 famous Gita, Bhagavad Gita from Mahabharata, Uddhav Gita from Bhagavad Mahapuran, Ram Gita from Ramayana. Bhagwan says to Uddhav, Jihvai kato mapakarshati karhi tarsha शिष्णोन्यतस्त्वगुदरं श्रवणं कुतश्चित् घ्राणोन्यतस्तपददृक्कच कर्म शक्तिर्बह्व्यः सपत्नैव गेहपतिं लुनन्ति. Bhagavad Mahapuran 11 Canto 9th chapter 27 verse. Bhagavan Krishna compares the 5 desires to 5 wives of a man. Let's suppose a man has 5 wives. Just as each wife will try her level best to attract and possess the husband to herself, in the same way each desire tries to capture the heart to itself, thereby leading to that person's complete ruin and degradation. This is why Kamana, desire, is told to be the most dangerous disease of the mind. The inner world, I told you last night, there are 2 worlds created by 2 Maya. There's 2 Maya, Vidya Maya or Gunavarika Maya, Avidya Maya or Swarupavarika Maya. Gunavarika Maya, Vidya Maya creates the world that we see around us. Not by itself, through the inspiration of Bhagavan. And Vidya Maya, Avidya Maya, Swarupavarika Maya creates the inner world of our mind, our thoughts and ideas. And as I told you, this is the most dangerous one, the inner world of the mind. That's the one we have to get rid of. And the most dangerous disease in the inner world of our mind is desire. Someone may say, I don't believe that. Anger is more dangerous than desire. Anger, growth. Person gets angry. Who's telling what he can do? Beat the wife, beat the children, break the pot, break somebody's head, murder. And then there is greed, which is also more dangerous. Somebody gets desire for something, they'll be restless for a little while and then be okay. No. Desire has been stressed in all the scriptures. Have stressed on desire. Bhaji Ram sab kaam bihai. Tusirashi says in the Ramayana, give up all desires and worship the Lord. Do devotion to the Lord. Prahlad says to Bhagwan, Nrsimha Bhagwan, Vimunchati yada kaman manavo manasisthitan tahyeva pundarikaksha bhagavattvaya kalpate. Bhagavad Mahapuran 7 Canto 10 chapter 9 verse. If someone were to give up all desires, forget about becoming a saint, he will become Bhagavan. Bhagavattvaya kalpate. He'll become Bhagavan, God. But why is desire so dangerous? Why is it told to be the root cause of all ills and evils? What about greed and anger? Krodha, krodha, lobh. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Gita, chapter 2, verse 62. The root cause, the mother of both anger as well as greed is desire, kamana. You see, a desire can either be fulfilled or remain unfulfilled. You get a desire for something, to eat doubles, to eat ice cream, rasgulla, chocolate, either you are able to fulfill or you can't get it. When a desire is fulfilled, what happens? It leads to greed, lobh, which is ever increasing and insatiable. Na jatu kamaha kamanam bhogena shamyati havishya krishna vartmeva bhuya eva vivadhate. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 9th canto, 19th chapter, 14th verse. The Bhagavad Mahapuran says, trying to fulfill a desire is like pouring ghee, clarified butter, in fire. People do havan. You pour the ghee, that pure cow butter, in the fire. Indraya namaha swaha, Agne namaha swaha, Vayave namaha swaha. When you pour the ghee in the fire, what happens? Temporarily the fire goes down. Temporarily. And then what happens? It gets bigger. In the same way, when we satisfy a desire in the world, temporarily, you feel like eating ice cream, so you eat a whole tub. Now I don't want any more ice cream. Now. But later, tomorrow, I want more ice cream. By fulfilling a desire doesn't mean we won't want it again. We want more. It only increases. And what happens when we cannot fulfill a desire, when we cannot get what we want? What happens? We become angry. Krodh. Anger comes. And what happens when we get angry? Krodha bhavati sammoha. Sammoha smriti vibrama. Smriti vanshad buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. Chapter 2 verse 63 Gita. Shri Krishna says, from anger comes delusion. From delusion, loss of memory. When a person loses his memory, they lose the power to discriminate. And everything is destroyed. Please put your phone in silent or take off the volume. Everything is destroyed. Anger is so dangerous. You get angry and we think, I cursed the person, I abused them and they cried. I fixed them good. But here you fix yourself, but you have destroyed your own self in the process. When you get angry. So if a desire is fulfilled or unfulfilled, both are dangerous. And as told to you, the mother of desire, but where does desire come from? Does desire have a root cause, a mother also? If we can find the root cause of all desires and destroy it, then we will no longer have to worry about greed, anger, jealousy, or any other mental disease. If there's a tree growing close to the house, it's become a huge tree, and the root is going to destroy the foundation of the house, so you have to destroy the tree. What do? You clip the branches? Do you go and just clip the branches? No, you attack the root of the tree. You cut the branches, it will spring up again. So we have to find the root cause, the origin of all desires. There's one reason, one root cause for all desires. It is called asakti, attachment, lagav. Attachment is the root cause of all desires. For example, there's a lecture going on, and 1 hour of the lecture is gone, and somebody's become very bored. And they start thinking, if I get a cup of coffee, if I get a cigarette, if I get a soda, I'll be okay. Then you can go on talking for 2 hours. Because of these people's attachment to the object, the person, the desire for it is born again and again. It keeps coming again and again. It keeps pinching from inside. Smoke me, drink me, drink me. And the more you use something, the more you want it. The more the desire for it. A person who's never drank coffee doesn't say, I want coffee. He's never drank tea, doesn't think I want chai. And if he drinks 1 cup for the day, he doesn't think every day. Some people drink the whole day. Some people, if you don't get a cup of coffee in the morning, you can't do anything. So the more you use it, the more attach. Look, understand another way. Is there happiness in sweet smell? Do you like to smell sweet things? Or rotten things? Do you like to smell anything rotten? A dead dog? No. Sweet, nice smelling rose. Does alcohol smell good or does it smell bad? Oh my God, I can't stand the smell. But if you ask an alcoholic, there's nothing better smelling than that. A child's nose is running, naak beh rahe. The child knows, the mother kisses the child right where the nose is running. Another person looks on, thinks, oh my God, how can she not scorn the child? A person in love, attached, finds sweet smell where there is bad smell and beauty where there is none. So beauty or perfume, sweet smell does not give happiness. Understand it. Let's give another example. There's a poor beggar woman. Poor. There's a big playground, and the villagers have decided to have a fair, mela, a huge fair. Thousands and thousands of people come. It's not COVID time. Thousands and thousands of people come. Now after the woman comes and she brings a little boy also, child. And as happens sometimes, she happens to lose the child in the fair. She's looking, but she can't find. Now, there's a police booth. And other people have lost children. Children go and play and they get lost. So people have found them and brought them to the police booth. So someone advises the lady, go to the police booth. Maybe they have found and kept him there. So she went there and she asked the policeman, have you seen my child, my son? And the policeman said, look, there are so many children. See if I have one of them. So the lady looks and she says, no, he's not here. Then the policeman asks that lady, please describe your child, what he looks like, your son. She tearfully described her son as being one-eyed, cleft lip, a cut in the lip, cleft lip, lame, very black, in other words, very ugly. The policeman says, lady, there are so many beautiful children here. Embrace one and get some happiness. Your child is so ugly. The lady says, policeman, what do you know? It's only when I see that one-eyed child of mine that I'll be able to eat my food. If there's happiness in beauty, then that woman seeing so many beautiful children should have embraced one and got happiness. But she doesn't want beauty. She wants her one-eyed child. An ugly child. Where there's attachment, only upon acquiring that person or object is pleasure, happiness derived. And this attachment is the source of all desires. Attachment. Dhyayato vishayan punsa sangaste shupajayate sanga sanjate kama kamat krodho bhijayate. So number one, attachment, chapter 2, verse 62, Gita. So number one, this is attachment. Then number 2 will happen, desire. Then number 3, if a desire is fulfilled, greed, love. And if it's unfulfilled, anger. But why do we get attached? This is also a reason, a root cause. And besides, everybody does not get attached to the same person or object. Our attachment varies from person to person. We will hear about where attachment comes from. First we'll do bhajan. In the booklets you have, please turn to page 1313. A devotee, this beautiful bhajan, kirtan is written by Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, page 13, bhajan number 20. Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Apna Banale Mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan. A devotee saying, Hey Nanda Nandan, Hey Shri Krishna, son of Nanda Baba, please make me your own. My only desire is to become yours forever. Hey Nanda Nandan, daras dikha de tuk. Let me just have a small darshan, small vision, a glimpse of your beautiful form. Nij seva de, please give me your seva, your service. Bhakti seva, seva is bhakti. Hey Nanda Nandan, you were mine, you are mine, and you will always be mine. The Jivatma, the individual soul, belongs only to Shri Krishna. We heard this before. Every relation of the soul is only with Shri Krishna. We are not the body. This body belongs to us. We are the soul, the Atma. And the soul belongs only to Shri Krishna. Mata, Pita, Bhrata, Sharanam, Sudhit, Nivasa. The Vedas say every relation, mother, father, wife, husband, child, friend, every relation of the soul is only with Shri Krishna. Every relation. We have to realize that. What that comes by realizing that we are the soul, the Atma. We are not the body. Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Apna bana le mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Apna bana le mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan. Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan. Daras dikha de tuk, Mere Nanda Nandan. Daras dikha de tuk, Mere Nanda Nandan. Mere Nanda Nandan. Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan. Nij seva de mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan. Nij seva de mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan. Oh, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Apna bana le mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Apna bana le mohi, Mere Nanda Nandan. Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda Nandan, Mere Nanda. तू ही मेरा मैं भी तेरा, मेरे नंदन नंदन. तू ही मेरा मैं भी तेरा, मेरे नंदन नंदन. मेरे नंदन नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंदन मैं ना भूलूं कभू तोरी मेरे नंद नंदन मैं ना भूलूं कभू ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोरी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन
मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोरी मेरे नंद नंदन
मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे मेरे थे हो रहोगे भी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे थे हो रहोगे भी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे जित देखो जित कोई मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे शिशु क्रंदन मांगू मेरे नंद नंदन शिशु ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोरी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे स्वामी सखा सुतपति मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन तेरो है भरोसो भारी मेरे नंद नंदन तेरा ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोरी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे दीन मैं तू दीन बंधु मेरे नंद नंदन दीन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे तुझे सा कृपालु नहीं मेरे नंद नंदन तुझे सा कृपालु नहीं ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोरी मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की right. Remember, first attachment, asakti. Then from attachment comes kamana, desire. And then from desire, when it is fulfilled, lobh, greed, and when unfulfilled, comes anga, growth. And as I mentioned, everyone's attachment is different. We are not at all attached to the same person or things. Our attachment varies from person to person. So, what is the root cause of attachment? The first line, of that shlok from the Gita I had told you. Chapter 2, verse 62. The first line. Dhyayato vishayan punsa sangaste shupajayate. When we think again and again about any person or object in the world, listen carefully. When we think again, bar sochte hai, we think again and again that we can find happiness in any person or object in the world, we get attached. This constant revision. A couple examples I gave a few nights ago. Nobody is born a chain smoker. In our youth, in our childhood, we saw elder people smoking. People elder than us, our peers, our friends, etc. We thought this is a sign of being gentlemen, being in tune with everyone. So we decided we will smoke too. On smoking the first cigarette, you coughed and almost choked on it. It burns the throat. But you keep smoking because you think it will bring you happiness, and then you become a chain smoker, addicted. In the same way, no one is born an alcoholic from birth. Again, in our childhood, we see those elder than us drinking. Parent, brother, sister, friends. We decide to give it a try. We hide and take a little drink. It also burns, doesn't smell good. But the head starts spinning. You keep hiding and taking a little one. Then now every Friday, as I mentioned, clubbing is the big thing now. Long ago only boys, men used to go clubbing. Now the ladies are going more, the girls. So every Friday you go clubbing. Then every Monday and Friday, then every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, then every day, now you're an alcoholic. Sharabi ban gaya. So this is constant thinking. In the same way we get attached to boy, girl. A boy sees a girl sees the boy. Decision comes in the mind. People don't fall in love. Nobody falls in love. It's very subtle. The decision comes. This is the boy who will make me happy. This is the girl who will make me happy. And you think about it again and again and again and again, and you get attached. You get so attached that it comes to the point that you don't care about food, you can't sleep, until you get that person. So it's the constant thinking, the revision, again and again, that I can find happiness in any person or object. But why do we constantly presume any person or object to be a source of happiness? Does this also have a reason? We have to find the end where there's no question anymore. Yes, this has a reason also. As I told you before, we are not the body, we are the soul, the Atma. And the soul is a part, a fraction of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna says in Gita, Mamaivanshu jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatana. Chapter 15, verse 7, Gita. Sri Krishna says the individual souls are eternal parts, fractions of Him. Everywhere, Ved, Rama and Gita. And it's a natural law that every part, every fraction has a natural love for the whole and wants to become one with it. All rivers naturally flow to the ocean, being a fraction of the ocean. All flames of fire naturally rises upward, being a fraction of the sun. In the same way, we the individual souls, being eternal parts, fraction of Sri Krishna, naturally love and want only Sri Krishna. Whether we believe in God or not. And who is Sri Krishna? What is Sri Krishna? I told you before, research was done in the Vedas, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, chapter 3, a rishi by the name of Bhrigu made his father, Varun, his father was Brahmagyani, know of God, not Atmagyani, Brahmagyani. So Bhrigu taught, says, my father is worthy of being Guru, I will make him my Guru. And he approached the Guru with the question, who is God? Varun replied, Yato vaimani bhutani jante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantya abhisambhishanti tad vijigyasasva tad brahmeti. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 1. That from which all beings are born, that by which they are sustained, and that into which they merge upon death, that is Brahma, God, Sri Krishna. Do you understand? Bhrigu was totally confused. So the Guru sent him and he did a lot of research. He discovered food was God, he was told was wrong. The life force, he was told that is wrong. The mind, he was told that is wrong. He came to the conclusion that Atma, the soul, is the ultimate reality known as Brahma, he was told is wrong. Finally, he came to the conclusion, Anando Brahmeti Vajanat Anandadheva Kalvimani Bhutani Janti Anandena Jatani Jivanti Anandam Prantyabi Sambhishanti. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 6. That Anand or bliss is the ultimate reality known as Brahma, God, Sri Krishna. From bliss alone the entire universe comes into being. Bliss is that by which we sustain, and bliss is that into which we merge upon death. In other words, whether we say Sri Krishna or we say happiness, bliss, happiness, they are two names for one and the same entity. So since we are eternal parts, fractions of Sri Krishna, it means we love and want only Sri Krishna. And because Sri Krishna is happiness, we all want only happiness. Every action we perform in the world is for one thing only, and that is happiness. The problem, we are looking in the wrong. We have been looking from beginningless time. The soul, the Atma is beginningless, unborn, eternal. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Chapter 2 verse 20 Gita. Shri Krishna says, the Jivatma, the individual soul, does not take birth, nor does it die, nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal and most ancient. It is not destroyed even when the body is destroyed. So from beginningless time we have been searching, but we have been looking in the wrong place where it cannot be found. We have been looking in the world. Because of ignorance, Agyan, what is the ignorance? We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that we are the soul, the Atma. Identifying with the physical body, material body. This body is material. I told you last night, it's made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. The world is also made of the same 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. So the subject of the body is the world. So because we identify with the body, we have been looking for happiness in the material world. In objects and people, a new house, a new car, handsome boy, beautiful girl, nice things to eat, nice things to dress, etc. We haven't found it, but we keep looking. And because of that, we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. This nature, this is about nature. Being fraction of happiness is our nature. This nature of us to want happiness, no one can destroy. Neither God, nor Rakshas, nor a saint, nor man. No one can destroy. But if we keep looking in the world, as we have been doing from beginningless time, we'll never find it. We'll never be satisfied. This attachment. Attachment is the root cause of all sorrows, all miseries. Attachment is of two types. Asakti. Sri Krishna says in the Gita, we have to become detached. Arjuna said, Chanchalam mana Krishna pramati balavadram tasyaham nigaham manye vayurivasu dushkaram. Chapter 6 verse 34 Gita. Shri Krishna is telling Arjuna, control the mind, man pad nigrah. Apne bas mein karo. Arjuna says, Krishna, how to control the mind? It is so strong, turbulent and unyielding. It's as difficult to control the mind as it is to control the wind. And Shri Krishna agreed. Asanshaya Mahabaho. Yes, Arjuna, I agree with you 100%. Asanshaya Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam. Durnigra. The mind is difficult to control, not impossible. Impossible, the word is asambhava. Shri Krishna says Durnigra, difficult. So it's difficult, but it can be done. How? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Chapter 6 verse 35. Through constant practice, sadhana, by doing sadhana under the protection, shelter of a true saint, Rasik saint, one who's attained the divine love, divine bliss of Radha Krishna, divine. Shri Krishna says in Gita chapter 4 verse 34, Jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha tadvir pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Chapter 4 verse 34. We have to have a guru if we want to be in the spiritual path. But there are two things that qualifies him to be guru. Only two things. Ved says the same thing, Bhagavad says the same thing, Gita says the same. In Ved, Shrotriya Brahmanishtham, Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kan, 12th mantra. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Shabde Parichanishnaatham, Brahman Upashamashayam. 11 Canto, 3rd chapter, 21st verse. Prabhupada Maharaj is saying to Videhanini. And here in the Gita, Shri Krishna is saying to Arjuna, two qualities. Jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Jnaninaha means he has all the knowledge of all the scriptures, all the Vedas, all the Puranas, every scripture, complete knowledge. Plus, he is able to remove our doubts. Anybody can read the book and give a lecture. Nowadays, people, they give lecture from computer, no book anymore. Anybody can give. But to remove doubt is a different thing. The true saint, the true guru, he goes inside and he's looking. Are they understanding what I'm saying? No. Okay, let me put it this way. Are they understanding now? Oh, no, let me put it this way. Until the disciple doesn't understand, the guru doesn't go forward. His aim is to make us understand, not to show how qualified he is. So Jnaninaha. But even more important, Tattvadarshinaha. He has seen, Darshinaha means seen. He has seen Krishna. He has attained the divine vision, divine love, divine bliss, divine happiness of Sri Krishna. Only such a person is qualified to be Guru. When we go under the shelter of such a Guru and practice according to what that abhyas, the sadhana he teaches us and shows us, we get the divine knowledge from him and we repeat it in our mind again and again. Slowly, slowly detachment will come. When the true knowledge comes, which knowledge? I am the soul, the Atma, I am not the body. I am the soul, so my every relation is only with Sri Krishna. Until that knowledge doesn't sit in the heart, in the intellect, you can hear all the Gita lecture, all the Bhagavad, everything. You will be attached to the world still. The knowledge has to come inside and sit. And Guru alone does that. Guru binu hoy ki gyan. He makes the knowledge sit in it. Anybody can read. We have read this Gita, this Bhagavad, this Ved infinite times. This is not from only now. These books are eternal. Sanatan. Nothing has happened. Just reading book doesn't do anything like that. Read all the book you want. Until you take shelter in a true saint, in the true Guru. That's why Tulsidas ji says in the Ramayana, Binu Satasanga Viveka Nahui. Without the association of a true saint, Sat means saint, Sant, true Guru. Sang means association. Until we don't associate with the true saint, the true Guru, we will not get true knowledge. And how are we going to get our association? Rama Kripa Binu Sulabhana Soi. Only when Bhagavan will shower his grace, then we'll meet the true Guru. Otherwise, impossible. So, detachment. In the path, if you have to love God, you have to do bhakti. Detachment is compulsory. We have only one mind. Ek man. If we had two minds, we could give one mind to the world and one mind to Sri Krishna, to God. But we have only one mind. Udho manana bhai das bis. The gopis are saying to Udho. Udho is telling the gopis, forget Krishna, love Brahma. The gopi says, hey Udho, your friend Kanhaiya, he has taken our heart, our mind. We don't have a heart, a mind. Go and tell Krishna to give back our heart, then we'll love your Brahma. Uddhava was told to go and give his gyan, knowledge, to the gopis. So he went to give lecture. He didn't understand. Shri Krishna tricked him. Shri Krishna meant give up this abhiman, all this gyani knowledge. Take shelter at the lotus feet of the gopis in order to acquire the divine love. Shri Krishna couldn't give him because he was his friend. Only Guru can give. So he sent him to the gopis, the best gurus, to get divine love. So the mind has to become detached from the world in order we can attach it to Krishna. What is detachment? Vairagya. Where there is no attachment, that is called detachment. And what is attachment? The amount of happiness, listen carefully, the amount of happiness we get upon the attainment of any person or object is directly proportional to how much we are attached to that person or object. An attachment is two. Rag, Dvesh. One is called Rag, one is called Dvesh. One is positive attachment, one is negative attachment. One is called love, one is called hate. Both is attachment. When we love somebody, what happens? You think about the person all the time and wish to be in their company. And when you hate someone did something to you and you hate them, you think about them all the time too. Make plans to take revenge. So whether we love someone in the world or we hate someone in the world, the way of practice, the method of practice is the same and the result is the same. What is the result? The heart melts. Wo pigalte hai, man, the die. And we get the reward for that which the heart melts. Look, if you take candle, wax, candle is made of wax, wax, you take a block of wax and you melt it until it becomes a liquid. Then you take some color and you throw it in that melted wax, let it cool down. The color becomes one with the wax. Now the color challenges the wax, get rid of me if you can. The wax challenges the color, come out of me if you can. In the same way, whether we love the world or we hate the world, whether we love God or we hate God, the heart will melt. and we'll get the reward of that for which the heart melts. Many people, some have attained God by hating Him also. Many examples, Ravan, etc. Guns. But that is not to practice. The extremity it has to be, and it has to be during dissension period, avatar kal, during the dissension period, and it has to be extreme. Otherwise, it's very dangerous. You'll commit nama prad, the highest unpardonable sin. You'll destroy yourself. So, only favorable attachment when it comes to Bhagavan. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Vishayandhyatasthittam vishayeshu visajyate mamanusmaratasthittam mayeva praviliyate. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 11 Canto, 14 chapter, 27 verse. Just as when someone thinks again and again about the world, about things and people in the world, you think again and again about them, and you become attached to them. We say you fall in love, you get addicted. In the same way, Sri Krishna, if someone says, someone thinks again and again about Sri Krishna, you think about him again and again, that he alone is mine, he alone, by attaining him alone, because he is happiness, I will attain happiness. Thinking about him again and again, lovingly, will become attached to Sri Krishna. You see, attachment we cannot get rid of. You cannot take it up from one place, like this mask, and throw it away somewhere. No, we cannot. We have to change the area. We have to take attachment from the world and bring it to Sri Krishna. By becoming detached from the world, we get attached to Sri Krishna. But that comes from the knowledge that there is no happiness to be found in any person or object in the world. Again, when we associate with the true Guru, the true saint, this is impossible for the worldly soul. For a worldly soul to make the decision in the intellect that there is no happiness in any person or object in the world, that I will find happiness only in Sri Krishna, is impossible for the worldly soul. And that's where Guru comes. The true Guru, Jnaninaha Tattvadarshinaha, a Rasik saint. When we associate with a Rasik saint in the true way, in the right way, what happens? Something will happen. Our attachment for the material world, which we couldn't have gotten rid of, even after uncountable lifetimes, will start decreasing. Just in his association, the attachment will start decreasing. For the world, an attachment for Sri Krishna will start increasing. Automatically. That is when you know I'm in the right place. Otherwise, if your attachment is increasing for the world, where are you gone? You're only becoming more attached to the world. You're chanting Radhe Radhe Hare Krishna, nothing is happening. You're more attached to the world. If we keep thinking I'll find happiness in the world, we'll never be satisfied. Until that knowledge, the decision doesn't come in the mind that the happiness I'm looking for I'll find only in Sri Krishna. Only by attaining Sri Krishna I'll become truly happy. I'll never experience sorrow ever again. I'll never have to come back in this material world and suffer. We'll become attached to Sri Krishna, thinking again and again. And the result will be God-realization. Wherever you're attached, that's what you're going to attain. Shri Krishna makes it very clear in the Gita. Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah pramati pramat yati nastatya sanshayah. chapter 8, verse 5, Gita. Antakale chamameva. At the last moment, Antakal. Antakal chamam smaran muktva kalevaram. Muktva kalevaram. When the life is leaving the body. Not when you die. When you die, you don't die as yet. When you think, okay, it's gone, you don't die as yet. The life hasn't left the body. You can test everything, you think he died, but the life is still there. When the life leaves the body, whatever you remember at that time, Shri Krishna says, if you remember me, Antakale chamameva smaran, mam smaran, you remember me, Shri Krishna, yah pramati, samadbhav, yati nastat sanshaya. You will certainly come to me, Arjun, there's no doubt about that. It's not whether you say Ram or Krishna or Radhe or any name of God. What you remember. And what you're going to remember the last moment when the life is leaving the body? Wherever you're attached. Wherever you're attached, that's what you're going to remember. You're attached to the parrot, you'll remember the parrot. You're attached to the dog, you'll remember the dog. You're attached to the wife, the husband, the child, the mother, the father, you'll remember them. Why do you think we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life? Because we get attached in the world. And when we die, that's who we want to see. You've seen in the world, somebody is thinking they are going to die. They are very sick. They have not spoken to that child for many, many years. Something happened and the child has gone to a foreign country. And now the person is thinking, oh, it's my last moment, I'm going to die. And he said, oh, please call Ramesh. Oh, he's in America, please call Ramesh. I can't die without seeing him. Wherever we are attached, that's what you're going to remember. Don't think you will remember Krishna unless you're attached to Krishna. Whatever you remember, and that's what you're going to become, where you're going to go. Very clear. Jar Bharat, I gave the example last night. Jar Bharat, Paramhans, self-realized. So great that the entire world was named after him. Originally the world was called Ajanab Varsh. Because of Bharat, it became known as Bharat Varsh. And he became attached to a deer. The next life, the moment his life left, he remembered the deer. Next life, he had to come back as a deer. Yam yam vapismaram bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamay vaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavatah. Chapter 8, verse 6, Gita. Whatever you remember, this is now Shri Krishna is qualifying. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam. Whatever you remember. When? Tyajatyante kalevaram. This is called kalevar. This body is a kalevar. Tyajat, when the life leaves the body, whatever you remember that time, whatever person, whatever object, tam tamay vaiti. That's where you're going to go, what you're going to become after you die. Very clear he's making it. So if you want to go to Bhagwan, then you have to practice devotion, bhaiya. You have to practice bhakti, that your mind will be attached to Sri Krishna. Om ityakyaksharam brahma vyaharan mamanusmaran. Yaprati tajandeham sayati paramangatim. Chapter 8, verse 15. Again, same thing. If at the last moment when life you remember Sri Krishna, then you will go to Sri Krishna. And how are we going to remember Sri Krishna? When I practice bhakti, when I do sadhana, I meditate on Sri Krishna. Roop Dhyan, Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu stress it. We have to fall in love with Krishna. that comes from practice, abhyas. As Shri Krishna says, abhyas, regular practice, sadhana. Every day we have to sit down and take time to do meditation, Roop Dhyan, chant the name of the Lord. Chant Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, chant Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govind. Anything, any name of Bhagavan, chant. But meditate. Don't do like a parrot. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, Nam Namakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tartar Pitani Amita Smarane Nakala Etadishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivami Dishamiha Janina Anuraga. Shikshastra. Hey Shri Krishna, you have so many names, uncountable. Nam Namakari Bahudha. And you are so merciful that you have taken all your power and put in the name. Nija Sarva Shaktis. There is no difference between Shri Krishna and the name. He is sitting in the name. Plus you have made no rules when it comes to taking the name. Whether he should face east, west, north, south. Whether he should sit in the mandir or sit in the toilet or sit anywhere. No rules. In puja, you have to face a certain direction. You cannot face south. You cannot sit in the toilet. You have to take bath. You have to wear certain type clothes. Fast, etc. Taking Bhagwan name, chant anywhere, anyhow. You didn't bathe for a whole month, chant Radhe Radhe. Don't be afraid. You cannot make God impure. Apavitra pavitro va. In any karmakan, any puja, the first mantra, the Panditji says, whether it's a wedding, a yag, whatever, he gives the disciple, he gives the Jajman some water in the hand, and then he says, sprinkle it, and he says this mantra. Apavitra pavitro va sarvasthangato va yasmare pundarikaksha sabahya bhyantara suchi. It's not a Ved mantra. It's from Padma Purana. Very simple mantra. Apavitra pavitro va. Whether someone is pure or impure. Whether they took a bath and hasn't clean clothes or didn't bathe for a whole year. And has the most dirtiest clothes. Whether you are pure or impure. Sarvastanga topiva. Wherever you are. Whether you're sitting in the mandir, in the ram shop, in the toilet, doesn't matter. Anywhere you are. Yasmaret pundarikaksha. Pundarikaksha means Shri Krishna. Smaret means remember. The moment you think about Shri Krishna, you remember Shri Krishna, what happens? Sabahya bhyantara suchi. You become pure on the inside as well as outside. Is there another place to make pure? The whole aim is to make the heart and mind pure. Niramalamana janaso muhipava. So no more puja, just sit down and meditate on Shri Krishna. Nobody even tells what the mantra means. Nobody even thinks what it means. They just take water and throw all about. Remember. Shri Krishna makes it clear. Remember me. Meditate on me. Thus, I told you last night, now the night of Gita Jayanti, the whole gist of the Gita, essence of the Gita, one verse, one line. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. Chapter 8, verse 7, Gita. Shri Krishna says, Tasma sarveshu. Arjun, at all place. All place. He didn't say only mandir, only clean place, at all place. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu, at all times. Ma manusmara, remember me, keep me in your heart. And yudhyacha, your kshatri, perform your duty. So duty is karma, bhakti, yoga. People say Gita is karma yoga, but do you understand what karma yoga means? Karma yoga means performing your duty with the heart, the mind attached to Shri Krishna. Karma plus bhakti, then it's karma yoga. Mai arpitamano buddhirmame vaivasya sanshayah. Second line, same verse. Arjun, if your mind and intellect is attached to me like that, you will certainly come to me. That's all we have to do. No Ved, no Bhagavad, no Ramayana, nothing else will teach you anything different. If any other scripture teaches you something different, bring it. Let me see. All the scriptures, this is the ultimate knowledge. That our mind should be attached to Sri Krishna every moment. There's no knowledge anywhere else, in any Ved, any Bhagavad, anywhere that will tell you anything different. And this is what we have to practice. Abhyas, sadhana, means regular practice. There's much more, but I went to, no, it's not, I went above time. No, we have time still. No? Oh yeah. We'll just chant a little bit and then we'll do. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. We'll do a little chanting. The request is made for some chanting, do a little chanting. In the books you have. Page 55. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol,
Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol.
oh Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, bol le le, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, hey Hari bol, oh Hari bol. This is what is, right? I didn't finish the verse from Shikshastra. So it's a good thing I'm starting to chant. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying that Shri Krishna is sitting in the name and has not made any rules, regulation when it comes to taking the name. Etadishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. Hey Shri Krishna, your grace is your kripa are to the supreme extreme highest. But durdaivami dishamiha janina anuraga. My misfortune is also to the extreme in that I do not have love, attachment for taking your name. You take the name like a parrot. Bemani say. As somebody is forcing you to take the name. We have to take the name with love. That will happen when we realize that Shri Krishna is sitting in the name, that Radharani is sitting in the name. 100%. You have to practice that. Meditate on Krishna. When you say Hari Bol, what is Hari? Hari is Shri Krishna. We are saying chant the name of Hari, chant the name of Shri Krishna. With love. Hari Bol, Bol Lele, Hari Mol. When you chant Hari, the name of Shri Krishna with love, you will get Shri Krishna. You will get the divine love of Shri Krishna. Just keep chanting. Everywhere you look, jahan, wahan, kahin muh kol, wherever you open your mouth, chant Hari Bol. Yah naam ratan anmol, this name is supremely priceless. Because Shri Krishna is in the name. Wherever you are, in whatever situation, whether you're eating, sleeping, drinking, everything, chant the name Hari Bol, chant the name of Sri Radha Krishna. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
यहाँ वहाँ जहाँ कहीं मुँह खोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। ओ यहाँ वहाँ जहाँ कहीं मुँह खोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। यहाँ ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। यहाँ नाम रतन अनमोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। इत बोल उत बोल जित बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओ हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। आते खाते आते जाते खाते पीते जबी भोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। आते जाते खाते पीते जबी भोल हरि बोल 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 हरि 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 हरि राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। राधा रानी की जय। गीता माता की जय। जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री